Hey, so guys, are we finally completing the pullback on Bitcoin and is it the time to buy again? Is that's what the price action telling us in this video? So we'll take a look at all the technical indications for that. And by the end of this video, we will be able to identify is this a good time to reload again in the position. I'll provide you a bit of recap as well, how we get all the way over here. I'm also going to provide you an update on what I'm doing with my position or what I have done so far with my position. So with that, let's jump right into it. Once I also let you know, none of this is any financial advice, only for education purposes, just sharing my opinion. Please do your own thing. Also, please hit the like and subscribe if you find these videos valuable and helpful. They help a lot. Okay, so now we back over here, as I was saying in my videos, that 89,000 above, once we just close one session above that, which we got right over here, I expect price to test $94,000 as the first point. Okay, and as we'll go through in this video, I'll also mention what I have done with my position so far. I was already holding some positions down from around 84, 81,000 and slowly built along the ways in the pullbacks, but then didn't buy anything over here from this dip when we had a break of structure below 89,000. But I added more again once we broke out above $89,000. All right. And as I have mentioned in my videos back then as well, that at $94,000, I would like to size down at least 5 or 10% of my original position just to enjoy the profits along the ways. Not much profits, not much position taking out, only 5 to 10% of my original size, because I expect a pullback over here. Why not I then wait for a pullback and then get cheaper prices? And you can see we got the pullback right at that zone. How do I know? At that zone, we have a high likelihood of pullback because my tools are telling me. We have a significant level over there. If you need access to my tools, you can check out the details in the description of this video. Now, we got a pullback right over there. Did I buy yet again more in this pullback? Now, first, let's get to the point why it's just a pullback. So we had a technical breakout of the structure at $89,000, which means the first test until there is completely fine. And as you can see, the buyers have already stepped in right at that zone. Okay, that's why $89,000 breakout was so important. And we are finding the support there, and slowly, we are not fully out of the woods yet. We're not fully out of the pullback yet, but we are slowly finding our ground over there. All right, let's get to the hourly interval. Things will get much more clear there. So once we did that pullback all the way to 89,000, and I already gave you all these levels up from here, that I said that, guys, once we start to lose 93, 169 around, you got to start in this position, consider taking some profits, because we will be going in the multi-day weakness, which we got. All right. Now let's come back over here. So far, as long as we don't lose $89,000, no problems. Technically, overall structure still has a room to continue to all the way to $100,000. All right. But if we lose $89,000, then yes, this play is done. Okay. Now, what I'm seeing at 89,000 and above so far, I'm seeing a good support hold. Now, is this a double bottom in the formation with that pullback? So the answer to that is the pullback completed. Answer is no. We are still technically in the pullback. I'll give you the zone where if we break out above, we will complete and mark the pullback. And that zone is without breaking below 89,000. Let me preface that first, because we have to get above 91,176 and close a session above this significant level. If we can do that on Bitcoin, that is 91,176 significant level, all right, we will be just fine. That will start to mark the pullback completed, and most likely that's the pullback completion. I do want to see extra strength above 92,120 area. That's where it's really like, okay, momentum will come, but your pullback that we are in on the daily interval will complete itself once we close a session above 91,176 area. So let's get back to the daily interval. So it's the same significant level that I showed you there on the hourly interval right over here. This is the level I'm talking about. I just want to show you in the perspective of daily interval as well, right? And then the 92,000 around is the one where the momentum will come back in once we get above that. So far, this is just a pullback. Pullback hasn't completed yet. However, we are along the ways right over there to do that. Now, the answer is, did I buy more in my position on Bitcoin? Not yet. I'm waiting for the session close technically above, or if I see, usually, even if I see session doesn't close, but lower time frames are showing strength closer to the session close, 91,000 above, because if it's really strong, it can even go higher, right? So it's also, you have to see the lower time frames to identify is there enough strength that you don't have to wait for the session to close, right? So if I see all of that above 91,000, 170 zone around, I'll start to then add more to my position. So everything is working out as per plan, as I have been saying in my videos. Now, definitely, as if we lose $89,000 area, that zone here, yellow zone, that's where this trade is over. And we, again, technically, it's like a trade, right? So in those terms, it's over because that's a stop loss zone and it's a break of the structure as well. And that will then trigger more downside to come on Bitcoin. So as long as we do hold above 89,000, we are just fine. Let's get to the weekly interval just before I wrap up this video. And on the weekly interval, we are just in the technically weekly reference rebounding phase, but we still have a room for $100,000, okay? As I have said that in the starting of this video as well, that $100,000 is still very likely possible. As long as we stay above $89,000, our play is opened to $100,000, okay? So that's the first right now, the play. And then I want to see price action closer to 100,000 to identify if we have enough to break out higher, and I'll talk about once we get there. So that's all I had for you guys in this video. And with that, please guys, if you find this video helpful, valuable, please hit the like, subscribe. It will help out the channel a lot. Also, please share this video with anyone that you think will benefit from it. And with that, I'll see you in my next videos. Take care. Bye.